Welcome to Lunch with Aleta. Hi there, it's Aleta St. James. I could not wait to have lunch with you all today because the planet is going haywire last week and going into this week. We have Saturn, which is a huge planet. It usually creates like contraction that's coming very close to the Earth, closer than it has ever been in 200 years. Then we have the Lion's Gate, which right now is the strongest that it's ever been in a really long time, and it won't be as strong as this until 30 years ahead of this time. So what does that mean? Well, I want to talk more about spiritual practicality because on the internet it's blowing up with light bodies and ascension and all those great wonderful things that the pyramids in Egypt really indicate, and the extraterrestrials that are coming down and the beings of light. But how does that translate into your everyday? Well, many of you, I think, have been feeling kind of discombobulated this week, for sure, because of all these different changes. And when there's a tremendous amount of light that hits, anything that's not processed inside of your being, like feelings of depression or hopelessness or I'm not good enough or fear about money or loneliness, whatever those things are that you might be feeling, and you haven't worked through them and processed them and shifted it, well, it's going to come out more. And that's why I put the trilogy together, the Lionsgate trilogy, so that whatever comes up, you can process it through, clear, shift, and recreate the positive belief system in your cellular level. The light that is coming into the planet right now is so strong from Sirius, that star. It is a planet, the star of love. And it's emanating through every cell of your body. But love brings up its opposite. So unless you are really working very diligently in shifting energy and transcending and always working on yourself, you might be feeling the effects of the down part of what's going on without the clearing and the shifting to get yourself to another level. So, for example, Merkaba, I've been working with that a lot, but especially in the Lion's Gate, it's very interesting. I didn't know that it was connected, but I've been meditating and looking at it quite a bit lately, and sure enough, it's very connected to the energies that are coming through the Lion Gate. This is a galactic, interdimensional light energy that magnifies and accelerates the light inside of ourselves. Now, how does that translate practically on everyday living when we have inflation and we have the stock market going crazy and we have wars going on and everything of that nature? Well, what happens is that the light represents love and positive outcomes on the planet. So when you move into love, not fear, in the Course in Miracles, they say there's only really two emotions. I think I spoke about that last week, love and fear. If you're really moving into that feeling of love for yourself, love for mankind, love for the planet, then you can't be in fear of I'm not enough, I'll never make it, I'm failing, whatever those kind of negative things are, because you're constantly burning it into the light and transcending it. So when you love somebody tremendously, it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter if they mess up. You're just there for them. So that's how I want you to feel about yourself. When we talk about unconditional love, you need to give that unconditional love to yourself. Now, on Instagram Live, I've been doing some meditations that are connected to the Lion's Gate, especially 8-8, when we were in conjunction with the star of Sirius and our sun over that great pyramid into the King's Chamber. You can get it on Instagram and take a look at it, or you can actually purchase the Lionsgate trilogy, and you'll see all the great testimonials that people are feeling about this trilogy. One of my clients called it my masterpiece. It's the strongest indication of transformation and life shifting that you can actually work with and embody inside of yourself. So there's a lot of talk about all these kinds of things, but you've got to do the work. If you don't get really truthful in terms of what's going on with yourself and how you're feeling and what you want to accomplish in your life, and then look at why am I not matching up with this picture? Could be because you've got these negative blocks in your subconscious mind that you have to clear. Once you clear them, then you have to use the positive energy to recreate what you want, not what you don't want. It's not enough just to clear things. You have to transform what the negative thing is into a higher frequency and vibration. So for instance, people say, oh, I want to get rid of that fear. I want to douse it out. I don't want it anymore, Aleta. And I'll say, yeah, but fear keeps you out of the way of the bus. And fear will say, oops, I have to pay all my bills, otherwise I'll get kicked out of my apartment. So you want to use fear in a good way, like, I'm concerned if I'm not in alignment with what's going to get me to the next level. However, it takes double the amount of feeling to be in fear as it is to be in creativity. So once you release the fear of maybe I'm going to fail, and you move forward, then all of a sudden you have double the amount of energy to create what you want. And really, that's what this time, this Lionsgate, it's manifestation and creation. And it's very important that you keep moving through things that you might feel uncomfortable about. Now, I do energy healing work, and I'm a life coach, and I've been doing it 50 plus years. If you're feeling uncomfortable, call up and have a session. Look me up, because there's so many people now that are just shifting out of these negative spaces. That's what I call them, spaces. Not like you're angry or you're upset or you're in fear, but you're in that kind of a space. And then we move you through it, and then you come out to the other end of it, and you wind up feeling light and powerful and creative. And that's really what I do in my life. That's my passion, that's my purpose, and that's what energy transformations and life shifting is about. So I like to use these lunchtimes to give you nuggets of important information that's coming from many, many years of actually experiencing things, working through them in the jungles and in the southern India, in the temples, and in Santa Fe and in Sedona, and every single PowerPoint in this world that can help you transcend, working with spiritual masters, and also studying a lot in terms of Western psychology and bioenergetics and healing with light. All those kinds of things are really, really important to combine everything so that I'm dealing with you in body, mind, and spirit. And that's basically what the Merkaba is. The Merkaba deals with the energy of the human consciousness in the body, in the mind, and in the spirit. And so, if you feel that you're a whole being, a spiritual being having a physical experience, then you can move through all these obstacles and challenges that always come up when the light comes in. And then you transcend them and you get to the next level. So you don't have to die and get reincarnated to give yourself a shot at another level of consciousness. You can have many, many different evolutionary experiences in one lifetime here, so that when it's time for you to make your transition, whenever that is, you can do it with love and feeling like, you know what, it's time for me to go on to something else. It's like my mother, I'll never forget this, 3 weeks after she passed, I was meditating and she said, Aleta, why are you so sad? You know, this was telepathically. And I said, well, Mom, you're not here. And she said, but you're free. You're free to do what you have to do, and I'm free to go on to other adventures. And I promise I will see you again. We will meet again. And I said, all right, well, you're in another dimension, so God only knows what that's going to be, but I hear what you're saying. And then she disappeared. So that's what life is. Life is having lunch with Aleta and having wonderful, wonderful adventures so that you're making every day really, really amazing and important for yourself. And if you're having a hard time, there are tools to get you through it so that you can become stronger because of it. And then all of a sudden, as you get to a certain age, you just have the wisdom that you've really worked to get. And life just keeps becoming more magical, and more miracles come into your life, and you have a sense of joy and appreciation and success while you're here in this physical form. And that's what it's all about. Feeling it, giving it, and creating it out there in the world. Well, till we have lunch again next week at 12 o'clock on Monday, namaste, my love and blessings to you, Aleta St. James.